I'm your host, Jade.
And I'm your host, Emma.
And this is
Lashing Out and Nailing Life.
We did not change outfits. So
No.
if you're watching, you know we filmed these at the same time. Because it's the holiday season.
It's the holiday season, and we want to be able to provide you guys with content on your road trips and your flights and whatever else you might be doing where you want to listen to us ramble for 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, because we're releasing these a week apart, right?
I think we are.
Yeah, so both of these are kind of relevant to the holiday season, so we're getting them out the first 2 weeks of December.
Yeah.
So,
and we decided to do that just because, again, too, like, holiday season is busy, people are traveling a lot, and I can't remember what day it fell on in the calendar, but I do think that it was supposed to be
on Christmas.
the week of Christmas, which just felt kind of, like, weird. So,
yeah.
I don't know why. It's not because, like, we're filming on Christmas, but something about it made me go,
We felt like you guys probably wouldn't care to listen to us if it was Christmas.
Right.
Which we're not offended that that's probably true.
And then we were also, like, by that time, all the, like, fun events and stuff will have already happened.
Yeah,
and if we want you guys to go check anything out, then it'll be too late.
That was my thing, is I was like, well, my idea for the second holiday episode cannot come out at the end of December, because that does not benefit anybody whatsoever.
And with anything, like, one of my okay, so this episode, we're talking about the things we're loving this winter. We loved our little fall episode we did, so we're doing a winter one. And, like, one of mine is, like, winter scare care? Wow, winter, it is scary out here. Winter skincare routines. And I figured, like, Christmas is coming up, and if you want to ask for some of this stuff for Christmas, like, you should know.
Yes.
Or if you want to gift some of it. It's always good to get this stuff.
So, we'll dive into that, because I know we're going to recommend probably the same product. My go-to moisturizer this time of year, and I kind of force it on all my clients, I'll give them samples, is Circadia's Post-Peel Balm.
Saving my life.
Hero product.
Circadia, sponsor us.
Genuinely. It's a hero product. It's what I swear by. And if that's not enough, my favorite thing to do is to mix that with their Hydrolox oil.
I haven't tried that yet. I bought too many products from them, and I'm trying them all, so I had to tell myself I had to use them all before I bought more things.
So if you have Hydrolox oil, mix that with Post-Peel Balm, it's heaven. And Hydrolox oil just smells kind of like Christmas.
Okay.
So it's like my perfect time for marketing it.
So what I'll say about the Post-Peel Balm is I use a sunscreen all the time, and the Post-Peel Balm doesn't have a sunscreen in it. And it's a little intimidating because I thought it was going to feel like Vaseline on my face.
It does look like Vaseline.
It does look, and it kind of feels like it when you're putting it in your hands, but when you put it on your face, it doesn't feel thick. It feels like it absorbs. And then I just put less, because normally with my sunscreen, I'm like, but if I have the Post-Peel Balm, I just do a little less, and I focus on my cheeks and my nose and, like, blend it in or whatever.
If you have the Circadia sunscreen and the Circadia Post-Peel Balm, you can just mix them together in your hand and put them on. If you have both of them.
I do have both of them.
Oh, there you go.
That's my new sunscreen. I used to use a different sunscreen, but I'm mad at that brand.
It the best?
It is
Circadia sunscreen. I will never use anything else.
Okay, so I was using a medical grade. Circadia is also, I think, medical too. But I was using
it's just more accessible.
I was using a more, maybe not the most, well, and Circadia is also more, like, natural leaning, which I love with skincare because, like, you're absorbing it into your body. So I was using a intense, as they would say, instant result skincare situation. And I loved the consistency of their sunscreen moisturizer because I don't like being greasy. But I got mad at that brand and we don't use them anymore. And so I was like, Jade was like, Circadia has one also. And I love them, and I love anything that supports us as beauty professionals. So I bought it and I tried it. It's literally better. Like, it's the same consistency.
It doesn't smell like a sunscreen.
That's smells my big better.
Thing. It doesn't smell like a sunscreen. It's a beautiful consistency. It doesn't feel like a normal sunscreen. And it's also an anti-aging moisturizer at the same time. Yeah. So you're getting multiple benefits.
It's great. Because the one that I used to use smelled to me like bananas. Other people would be like, it doesn't smell like bananas, you're crazy. It smelled like bananas to me, which wasn't bad. But I like that this one basically has no smell.
I was going to say, so it has some kind of fragrance, but it's so
well, and it's just from whatever their oils are.
Yeah,
it's
that
not
I wouldn't even be able to tell you what it smells like. Whatever. Because it really doesn't.
It's so good.
Those two are my hero well, okay. Let me list my hero products because they're all relevant for winter as well. This is what you should have. The Post-Peel Balm.
We're going to link them.
The sunscreen. No, we're not. You're going to come into
my
studio.
I'm going to link Jade's page.
I'm actually considering getting a drop shipping site for them, but
they have a thing set up now. Did you see that?
It costs money per month, so
what if we both do it?
If you want to comment that you're interested in a drop shipping site, please let me know. Anyways, Hero products.
Circadia, if you sponsor us.
Post Peel Balm. Their Light Day Sunscreen SPF 37. That's how I know it's a good sunscreen, because they didn't go for a specific number. The SPF is just what it is, which is beautiful to me. Their Vitamin C.
Yep.
And their micro exfoliating honey cleanser. Those are my four Hero products. If you want a basic skincare routine, start with those.
What I will say though is I've been trying their Vitamin Veil.
It's amazing.
Oh, so good. I love it so much. So it's an oil based.
You just have to rinse it really well. It's fine to have oils around your lashes nowadays. We all know that. If your adhesive is put on properly, if it's cured properly, it does not affect the retention, as long as you if you use that and then use your lash cleanser after. Please and thank you.
Yeah. But I like that because I have combination skin, and I did find the honey exfoliating one a little too squeaky for what I like how I like to feel like. Not bad. If you like squeaky skin, like my mom, had a blast. Whatever. But I personally
love the smell of it, so as soon as I give them a sample, they come back and buy it.
The Vitamin Veil does have
a
natural smell.
It's not bad,
but I do really like it, and it does help because it's oil-based. It clings to the oils, and it made my skin feel really good during this dry season because I normally use a glycolic cleanser, and in the winter I find that it makes around my nose peel because I'm so dry. So
pros and cons to that, because I've had a couple clients complain that they don't feel clean after using the Vitamin Veil cleanser. However, I'm a big preacher of double cleansing, oil first and then another cleanser.
So maybe use Vitamin Veil and then the honey one.
Yeah. Because the honey one, despite the fact it's exfoliating, it's gentle enough to be used daily.
And it's very, it doesn't feel like a, I always compare things to sugar scrubs.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel, it doesn't feel like a, because the little pieces in it are little pieces of wax, so they're very soft. Circadia sponsor us. Else am I liking skincare wise? Oh, lip care, Circadia again.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with their, I don't know what they call them, lip balms.
They're peptide.
They're little, I normally have one. I was looking for it earlier, but that's my boyfriend's shotgun chapstick.
Guys, let me find it.
But it is so moisturizing. The scents are great.
Their I was so wrong. It doesn't have peptide in it. It has peptides in it, though, I'm pretty sure. It's a lip renewing hydrator. I have vanilla mint. This is something I retail in my studio.
I would too.
They're $16, but this will last you forever.
They last me forever. I've had their watermelon one.
Don't be threatened.
They come out with seasonal scents because a little goes a long way.
Well, I also just want to say, as a girly that just worked in Sephora, if you can pay $24 for your Rhode peptide lip, you can pay me, a small business, $16 for your lip hydrating renewal, whatever I just said.
And the packaging is minimal.
Yeah.
People are going to ask you, where'd you get that?
And then you tell them to come to Jade.
But I really love it. If I thought enough of my clients were into lip, I have a problem. I'm the type of person who wants every scent of everything. I just bought 5 lip products. I just bought another brand to try for lip peptides, for lip hydrating peptides, but I don't know if they're good yet, so that's why I didn't say anything. But I love them. They come out with seasonal scents for the holidays. They just did pumpkin spice and peppermint mocha. They smell amazing. The pumpkin spice one does not smell like pumpkin. It just smells like cinnamon and beautiful. So
I actually didn't try it. I'm going to be honest, because I like my vanilla mint and my peppermint mint. Because I just like mint around the mouth.
Well, and mint can kind of have a little plumping effect too. Yeah. That's why my mom likes mint. I'm just it's under my nose. I want it to smell good.
That's why I like the mint.
And I used to use Starface a lot because they're cute and they smell good. But I've noticed that after you have them for so long, they start to kind of get that chemically fake smell. Oh, yeah. So
theirs don't do that.
Circadia doesn't.
I've had some for a while.
Again, Circadia sponsor us. I will be reaching out to you in the new year. So another thing that I love for skincare this time of year is cuticle oil. Surprise, surprise. Good.
My mom gave me her old one.
Good. Cuticle oil is extremely yes, because I make my own. Cuticle oil is extremely important. They last a while. However, if you do use them as much as some of my clients do, it's about a month, but they're only $6.
Yeah, no,
so there's that
for sure.
And I just reformulated them to make them more active. I went a little crazy the last time I made them, and I put too many things in them, and some of them were redundant. So I simplified it.
We live and we learn, guys.
I simplified it. I've perfected it. It's a beautiful formula. And especially if you have dry knuckles, if your knuckles split, if you have splits around your cuticles, if you get hangnails, if you find that your gel is pulling away from your nails or your acrylic or whatever, if your nails are pulling away from that, it's because they're dehydrated.
We don't talk about the back of Jade's hands, okay? I wash my hands so much, guys. I keep them clean for you.
Yep. I wish
I
could make my cuticle oil into like a slightly thicker formula for people who have dry backs of hands, and then you could like put it on before
really just fight for my life.
You like leave to go home or something. I was gonna say you can put it on before gloves, but you don't do that. So
I don't know why. I'm just so forgetful when it comes. Okay, I'm forgetful when it comes to everything. I'm the worst advocate for cleansing your lashes. I'm the worst advocate for skincare regularly, and I'm the worst advocate for hand cream. I'm just gonna be honest. I suck at all of it.
Yeah, I get it.
The goal is New Year's.
This is what my for those watching.
Yes,
this is my cuticle oil pen. This is not the one I sell. This is the one that I have at home because it's huge. My other ones are small and literally like a lip gloss for your purse, and I love them. And like I said, I've did a lot of research and I perfected it. And again, I saw a thing where it was like, if everyone makes their purchase from a small business, we'll shift billions of dollars into the small business industry.
Hand products, lip and face.
Yeah. I do really also, speaking of hand products, it's dry lotion.
She has a really good hand cream. I like the vanilla. It smells amazing.
Yeah, there's a vanilla, which I like because it has blood orange in it, so it's a little like got a little kick to it. I don't typically like a
citrus.
Yeah, like I don't like a creamsicle. I'm not a creamsicle person. It's not creamsicle-y. It's very like fall. There's also green tea, mango, and citrus, and I have limited stock. So if you are listening and you want one. But the brand that I use is Loma, Loma. They specialize in hair care and a lot of other things. But their main thing is hair care, but they're all natural. So they also do like a laundry detergent that I use. I feel like body wash also, but I don't use those. And I get their hand lotion, and it comes in an 18 ounce and a 8 ounce.
Yeah, I think it is. My favorite body care right now has been EOS.
Really? Like their body lotion or body wash?
Okay, so I want to switch to their body wash to go with my lotion. I have been seeing their vanilla cashmere lotion everywhere. I feel like every girl has kind of on social media.
I have not.
Oh, okay. I'm in a deep dive of like girls and their self-care because that's what I'm diving into next year. So EOS Vanilla Cashmere Lotion has been on my TikTok page probably for a year and a half now. And I just never fell for it. I never bought it because I was like, well, it's fragranced. How good can it be? Because I'm just that person. I'm very suspect about fragranced products.
Well, not that they irritate my skin.
See, I don't have the sensitivities. I just know they're not typically good for you because of the alcohol consistencies and everything. Anyways, I fell down it. I've tried it. I will never be using another lotion. It smells fantastic. Actually have their seasonal one. If you want to go purchase it, their caramel cashmere is out for the holidays. Oh my gosh, it smells like heaven. I love it. If you're a sweet girl, I like to smell like cookies and baked goods. That is my scent preference.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
That is my scent preference, is to smell like a cookie.
Yeah.
So if you like to smell like a cookie, their vanilla cashmere is really good, but their caramel cashmere is even better.
I use the Loma. Like, I literally use it on my whole body.
Fair. Yeah.
So, that's what I use for my body.
If you want to just go to Target or somewhere and have a quick pickup that I really like right now, EOS. They also have a matching vanilla cashmere body oil, which is really good this time of year if you're a dry girly.
Body oils.
They also have a body butter. I just, because of my nails, I hate digging into things, so I'll use lotion all the time.
Yeah.
Or I actually have this cute little wooden spoon that I don't even know what product I have came with it, but that's what I use to get my hair mask out and everything, because it feels wasteful when things are under your nails and you can't fully get them out.
Yeah.
And then you wash it under the sink. And
I have a bunch of those silicone. They're supposed to be silicone makeup brushes, but I use them to like scoop stuff out. Yeah.
There you go. There's a little life hack.
Another huge winter necessity is a humidifier, especially if you live in Colorado. Obviously, if you live in Florida, you don't need a humidifier.
Yeah, if you're listening from somewhere like that.
But I like it not only because I feel like it does help my skin not feel icky and gross, but it also helps my hair, and I feel like it helps my sinuses when I sleep. I was just gonna say,
like, it's so... You breathe so much better.
Well, and there was a thing where I was like, I'm getting winter allergies, and one of the things I looked at was actually your sinuses can just be so dry that it feels like spring allergies. And so when you sleep with a humidifier, it helps with a lot of things. I will be experimenting it to see if it makes my boyfriend not snore.
Oh, the other thing you can try... Sorry, this is a total sidetrack, just really directed at Emma. But if you have a snoring problem in your life, it could help you. Those inhale nose strips that help widen.
Yeah. So he actually went to this is an update. kind of. I don't know if I've mentioned my boyfriend snoring before, but yeah. So, he actually went to the doctor. They said it's not, I almost said CPAP. That's what you get. Sleep apnea. It's not sleep apnea. And all they said was that it's not anything to do with actually how his things are shaped. Oh. It could be genetic. They did see a tiny bit of inflammation, so they're going to try a nasal spray, which makes sense because the way that he snores, it sounds like some sort of... So I'm wondering if the nasal spray will help hydrate everything, because it might just be inflammation. So we're going to try that, and also sleeping with a humidifier. Are there any, like, I don't know, winter products that...
I don't feel like there really is anything. I mean, it's so funny. If you experience dryness around your eyes, I fully recommend the post-peel balm. It's completely safe. That's why I love it so much. It's called post-peel balm because it's meant to be used after you get a chemical peel. Mm-hmm. And I do feel like that's misleading to some people. They're like, well, I haven't had a peel. I don't need it. It's just because it's that gentle and that hydrating. So that's actually, if you do deal with dryness around your eyes, that's what I recommend to put around them. Obviously, please.
Are eye drops safe for if you use... Okay.
If your lash artist is applying your lashes properly and you are cleansing them, which this is an update for people listening with lash extensions, you do not need to cleanse your lashes every day. You need to cleanse them every 2 to 3 days, and on the days you don't cleanse them, use a hypochlorite acid. Our eye skin, this is my new research, our eye skin is so thin and so sensitive that cleansing them every day can actually be detrimental to our skin around our eyes. So the hypochlorite acid, which I will be retailing in the new year, it's not in here yet, but I will be retailing it in the new year. That kills off bacteria around the eye area and is gentle enough. And it can actually be sprayed in your mouth to kill off bacteria in your mouth.
Oh.
And all over your face.
Not to be confused with hyaluronic or hydrochloric acid.
Definitely not hydrochloric. Hyaluronic's not as bad. Don't spray that in your mouth. Just because it probably doesn't... It's not going to kill you, but it probably is not going to taste good. But that oh my gosh, hyaluronic... Nope. You've just messed me up. What's it called?
Hydroponics is also not right. Sorry, I already forgot what it is.
It's gone. Whatever I said
10
previously,
seconds.
It's in the Tower 28 spray, which was trending everywhere. That's what it is, actually, is that acid. So if you have that, I had that for a little bit. It's gone now, but I would spray it on my face after going to the gym because it helps kill off bacteria, so it helps prevent acne. It's just an all-purpose product that everybody should have that I've now spaced what it's called because you threw 2 different words in there.
Well, because at first I was like, what? That sounds awful.
We should not be cleansing our lashes every day.
Interesting.
Because our eye skin is sensitive. Yeah. Also, I learned micellar water should not be used around your eyes. It's a crazy update.
What's wild is so many people use micellar water to cleanse off people's hands after doing their nails. Which I don't like. Yeah, I don't like how that, I don't like residue-y feelings, so I don't do that because to me I'm like a residue.
Anyways, this is part of my safety episode I was talking about last episode that we could do. I've learned so much, guys, and I'm gonna go learn even more.
You know what? Maybe that's our second January episode.
Yes,
watch it not be, but it might be.
It'll be when I get back from this course, and so I'm doing a 3-day lash course, and the first day is dedicated to ophthalmology and learning all about the eye. I'm so excited. Guys, I'm going to know so much more.
We love growth and learning.
And this is why my prices will be going up.
Okay, so nail shades that I like during the winter, jewel tones are always a huge hit. But personally for me, cat eyes. I love cat eye colors. I think that they're so magical and whimsical and wonderful. And I just got a big old bunch. And I'm obsessed with all of them and want to wear a different one on every finger.
I kind of liked... She's doing my nails on Thursday, so this is my little yip yap, which she would have done by the time you listen to this. Anyways, I really like the cat eye gingerbread nails.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen them. I'll send you some, because I definitely have them saved.
Yeah.
But they're not 3D, so you'd have to maybe brainstorm. I don't know.
I'd have to see what the gingerbread looks like. Because if they're the gingerbread cookie nails where it's like the whole nail, then we can make the icing part 3D.
Yeah, I'll just show you them. Anyway, sorry. Side note. Also, maybe a suggestion for anybody who hasn't got their Christmas nails done yet.
Yeah.
Because I'm never offended if somebody has the same thing.
But I love cat eye because even people who like neutrals, there are neutral cat eyes. Depending on what salon you go to, they might not be as stocked as me.
It's got options for days, guys.
And I just got more, and you haven't even seen them yet.
Post them on your story?
Oh, yes, I did. I posted all my cat eyes on my story because I finally
noticed
did
the
it.
Perfect gingerbread shade. I was like, oh, she has one too.
I have lots of shades, but I just love it because I do feel like it's kind of like, I don't know, they're just pretty. So that's what I love. I also, like I said, I love a good deep jewel tone. Those are good every year. Excuse me. But also, I just love What else is my other... Like, I love a good winter snow glitter, too. That's, like, fun one that I love for the wintertime.
Now that I do nails, I really like the pale pink and pale green aesthetic for Christmas nails. Like, where
we've done that before, yeah.
That was my gingerbread set. My other gingerbread set. Where you would normally have, like, red and deep green. I love when it's, like, pale pink and pale green. It's just so pretty. Yeah, and so girly. It's just...
And it's not so in-your-face Christmas.
Well, it's so funny. I used to hate pink, which anybody who knows me now is gonna laugh because my whole studio is bright pink. I used to hate pink with a burning passion.
Is your new bed pink? Can you make it pink, your new bed? When you said I'm designing my new bed, I was like, is it pink?
No, because my room is so pink. I'm actually gonna make that my purple color that's in my branding. And because pale pink leather would stain quickly.
True.
I love my clients, so but I just know somebody would get on there with self-tanner or I'm making you all take your shoes off now. Once this bed comes in, you are not getting on my bed with shoes.
Bring socks to your appointments if you need to. Yeah. I do. I'll wear sandals and I'll bring socks so I can take my shoes off.
You're not wearing your shoes on this table. It's so expensive, so worth it. But yeah, so for that reason, it's going to be dark purple.
Cute.
Just to save me severe staining.
I like that. You know, I love dark purple because that's my business colors.
It's one of mine, and that's the problem. Is it's not. So in the new year, like that's one of my things is I'm incorporating all my business
besides just pink.
Yeah. So lash shades for me, always love the browns. This time, like fall, winter, I feel like browns are very complimentary, and I have some ready browns that I feel work really well for Christmas if you want to go more of the neutral route. However, my friend Sailor, I'm just gonna say her name because I love her. I don't even know if she listens. She better listen to this episode. She's gonna model a white and red candy cane set.
Oh,
and I'm so excited because I wanted to do candy cane lashes forever. I've just never bought a white. I've never been bold enough to buy it and invest in it. And we're gonna add some silver tinsel into it.
Those are gonna be fun.
So, but I have reds, I have greens, I have the pink and the pale green I was just talking about. I mean, if you guys want fun Christmas colors,
match your lashes to your nails. Your lashes to your nails.
We should
do burgundy lashes, dark. I'm thinking of the jewel tones, dark navy, dark purple, eggplant. Ooh.
I have tons of lash colors.
She has so many lash colors. Every time I advertise jade, I say that sounds weird. Every time I recommend jade to people and I post my color and they're like, oh my gosh, she does color lashes. And I'm like, yes, because they're not,
I love color lashes. So I'm actually... Oh, this is an update. It doesn't really fit in.
Don't say it then. Okay. We're not... Updates are our next episode. We're doing another goals, and it will have been a year.
Guys, that's so crazy.
That's so crazy.
We're going to host an event next
Season 2.
Oh, I have exciting news. Okay, that's also... Guys, I have so much to tell you. Which by the time we film that episode, I'll forget.
Write them down.
I'll be sat there. I'm like, I have no updates.
And Write them down right now.
You had a lot when we were...
Before you leave... Write a message to yourself.
To you.
To me.
Here's what our next episode's going to entail.
My next point is Cozy Studio must-haves.
Ooh, I got this. This is relevant. Well, it's an update. But
yeah. You're like, is it an update?
It is, but it's relevant. I got this new candle warmer light in my studio, so it lights up and the light is what warms up the candle, so the candle melts from the top down. It means I don't have to light it, which is good because I'm a forgetful person and I'm always worried I'm going to forget to blow out a candle. And it's a light, so I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I need to turn that off before I leave. So for all those reasons, it works really well if you have ADHD and just forget about things. Candles have never smelled better. Oh my goodness, it makes my whole room smell like the candle. And right now,
I've had a candle warmer for so long, I've kind of forgot what candles smell like without a candle warmer.
Yeah, that's fair. I've never used one before, so it's the most glorious thing. And it's purple. It brought the purple into my room. And I currently have a candle on it called 'Tis the Season from Bath & Body Works. Fully recommend. The first day I had that candle on there, my first client walked in and she was like, oh, it smells like Christmas in here. Perfect. That's all I wanted, is for my room to smell like Christmas.
I don't do candles in my studio because I just feel like sometimes my room is very small and the smells can be kind of overwhelming. So also sometimes we get yelled at by our landlord that we're not supposed to have candles somehow. But
a candle warmer might actually be a hack for anybody who's not allowed to light candles.
Yeah, his thing is the scents. I guess there's a couple women who probably complain to him about scents because every year I don't like candles. Every year a mass email goes out that says, just a reminder, people are sensitive to smells. Please stop spraying your sprays or melting your candles.
That's so funny.
But my studio must-haves are, I have a little space heater because my room is cold, and I do warm neck wraps. And the neck wraps aren't intentionally scented, but what they're filled with has a pleasant kind of cedary smell. So I do like those.
My other cozy studio must-haves, it's not a must, but I do think clients appreciate a little Christmas decoration. My clients do. I always get comments on it.
I wish I was together enough to decorate my room.
Okay. I have one small little tree. I'm gonna say I was planning on doing more, and I still am planning on doing more, but it's now the 2nd of December, so what is possibly the point? I probably will do it. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, my other thing that's very relevant for lash artists, especially if you're in a colder state, is having either a bed warmer, which is what I currently have, or if you have something fancy dancy like my new table and you don't want to cover it up, heated blankets.
Yeah.
Or my better solution is...
That's not even just a studio must-have. That's a home must-have. My heated blanket has saved my life.
Even if you have a fancy dancy table, I just recommend, like, you can still put your bed warmer on it. You don't have to have it on there all the time. Bed warmer on it and put a sheet over it and just change that sheet after every client. Don't be lazy. It's winter. I have a lot of mature clientele, as I've previously said, so it feels good on their backs, guys. Don't be lazy.
But it's also just like one of those, another cozy thing. And like my massage therapist, she has a table warmer. Obviously you're getting naked to get a massage, but don't get naked at Jade's.
You can for a facial. I always tell people, just undress to your...
That's true.
Put on the robe. I don't care.
But, and she'll ask me like, do you want the warmer or not? But in the wintertime, it's so nice because like you're so stiff. And if you have to sit still and you're a chattery person when you're cold, having the bed warmer is nice. So yes, I do the neck wraps. That's the equivalent of mine. That's my studio thing. I have a little tree that I sometimes hang in my window. We've moved. I don't know where it is. I don't have room to put anything else in my room. I'm also really forgetful. And if I do decorations in my studio, they would be there all year. Not even just like, it's Christmas in July. Like you'd be like, oh, it's Christmas in September.
The other thing is client gifts and little holiday touches. So Miss Maddie of Lightheart actually just posted about this today. I have some insight. My thing is like, depending on your clientele and your price range, I feel like gifts can be different. So for example, Emma and I both have pretty large clienteles, I feel like. Due to our price range, we haven't niched down to like 10 to 20 clients because if we had that many, we wouldn't be successful.
I would be poor.
Due to our prices. So if you're like us and you're more in that mid-range price range and you have a pretty large clientele, definitely stick with doing not necessarily
simple
non-personal gifts, but more affordable for yourself. Something you can buy in bulk.
Well, and something that, I always do practical gifts for my clients, and I try to stick to the main gift to be like $7 and under. 7 is very specific, but $10, sometimes it's a little too big. Yeah. Like, they don't need a $10 hand cream. They're going to buy that themselves. Right. But what I typically do is I make my own cuticle oil pens, but I end up doing cuticle oil minis because it also advertises products that I sell.
I give all my clients mini skin.
So I do cuticle oil minis that I fill myself, and this also gives clients who maybe have been hesitant to use cuticle oil for whatever reason, some of them are stubborn, to not have an excuse. And to try it out and see the difference it makes in their nails. And then I throw in other things that like I would like. I give them stickers. One year I did the little can opener tabs.
Those work really well for nails.
What am I
I've
doing?
got my skincare minis ready.
I'm like, they're in the office right there. I might be keeping it really simple this year because I'm trying to use up a lot of packaging that I have as well.
So last year I did mini hand soaps shaped like snowflakes. I kind of went all out last year because, as I said in my last episode, last year was kind of a dip in my business. So I wanted to really show the clients that stuck with me through the year how much I appreciated them. Treat your clients nicely. They will come back. Yeah. I think I did mini hand soaps. I did a spa headband because that's good for when they're cleansing their lashes or if they're using the skincare products I sell. Skincare minis. I kind of do those 4 hero products I mentioned at the beginning of this episode because most people will come back and buy those. Great advice for any fellow esthetician listening for gifts for clients.
Yeah, samples are great.
And then for my top 5, which I don't think I'm going to do this year. I don't know. I think I'll give everybody kind of the same, but for my top 5 highest spenders last year, I gave them all little glass tumblers.
So last year I also went all out. I think this year has also been just really overwhelming with us moving and spending so much money on furniture and things. So that was kind of stressful. Like I made my holiday gift bags in August because I was like, I just need to put things together. And I also got into a lot of stickers. So that's why I'm like, I think I just did a bunch of stickers and little cuticle oils.
For those of you with larger for higher prices and smaller clienteles where you really do have like 10 to 20 clients, more like 10, I guess, you can do like personalized gifts. Because I do want to get to the point where I can do that for my clients because I do love them. Like maybe a personalized jewelry with their initial, personalized jewelry boxes with their initials. just things that really show they're for them. Something I do for my current clients, because I'm insane, you don't have to do this, I write each of them a personal thank you note referencing something about their life or something we've talked about.
And again, like I said, every year's different. Last year I did kind of a lottery situation where I think I hid 10 punch cards where it was 10 punches, and on the 5th punch of each row it was a discount, and then once you punch the whole thing it was a discount, and I just did it blindly. And then my highest spender last year, I gave her 2 cuticle oil pens, because that is what made her the highest spender, was buying my cuticle oil pens. So I did that, and then, but like again, this year it's just been really chaotic, and I knew that if I didn't put something together I was gonna forget, so I kept it really simple. Other years I've written notes that are like, thank you so much, so honored to be your blah blah blah, your nail tech, and blah 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 blah. So it is nice because I think it makes the client feel seen and appreciated. And again, most clients are coming to us as solo service providers, so they don't feel like a number. So if you make them not feel like a number, then that's good too.
And if you are listening to this and you're like, there's no way I can get client gifts together in time, like it's just not possible, do a Galentine's Day gift for them. I had a service provider I was going to last year that did that. She also just was not a big Christmas person, because some of us have trauma with it, and I totally understand. That's totally valid. Or you don't celebrate Christmas, also totally valid.
I said mine was holidays because I also have some Jewish people who don't celebrate Christmas.
Totally fair. See? So if you just don't have the time, you're listening to this going, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that, I can't do it. Either like birthday, like paying it, I just don't have the headspace to do this. Birthday gifts for your clients works too. Galentine's, just some point throughout the year doing something.
I've even done, there was one year that I made probably double the amount of gift bags that I had clients. Don't know why. Now I know how to count. But so about halfway through the year, I gave them out again because it was a cuticle oil and it was whatever it was again. I can't remember. Mini scrubs. That's what it was. Yes. Mini scrubs. Okay. Because then the summertime is kind of that time people are thinking about their hydration and stuff again too. And it doesn't have to be like, again, I made my cuticle oil because I sell it, so like making it is promotional for me. I did not want to include a nail file or buffer in any of my gifts because my clients, one, are not going to use them, and I don't want to encourage them to use them. Not because they shouldn't be doing their nails, but like I have a couple clients that would go ham with a nail file, and we don't need that. But it can also just be little things like I give stickers, I've given punch cards, and you can customize your punch cards. Some people will do scratch tickets where it's like one scratch and that's random. Some people do chocolate, just like a little chocolate thing.
Oh yeah, I always include chocolate in mine, thank you.
So
because even if they're not going to eat it, they know someone in their life that they're going to give it to.
Well, and again, it's just a little like, I'm thinking of you.
Yeah.
Like, think about like if you had a friend and you wanted them to know, hey, I am keeping you at the back of my mind, you just give them like a little something. So
it's literally the thought that counts. Don't overthink it.
If you're a lash artist, I love the little lash brush in a little thing, and maybe you just give that to everyone again because of whatever, you know what I mean? There are little things you can do that are cost effective if you're just starting out. I've done client gifts. Once I got enough regulars and I saw other people doing client gifts, because I didn't even think about that at the time.
That was my thing. It wasn't until I saw somebody else doing it that I was like,
oh, that's a good idea.
Why didn't I do that last year?
So I've done mini hand creams, and it's all stuff that I would use. I've done
candles.
I'm not going to do Amazon cuticle oil because I don't use it. I'm not going to do some cheap lotion just because it's cheap, and I know that because I also have clients who don't want to use cheap lotion. So it's all about knowing your clientele in that way too, as we've talked about all year. So moving on to a more personal thing, do you have any comfy, cozy, like comfort movie shows?
Okay, so show-wise, I'm so weird. My favorite thing to do is go on anything. I love Christmas Friends episodes.
I knew you were going to say that. I was like, you're going to say like the specialty holiday Friends episodes. I love
just going on Disney, honestly, and looking for their Christmas stuff, because who doesn't like a good throwback? Good Luck Charlie's Christmas movie will always be a staple in my life. I love that movie so much. It's so cute. It's well done. Plus the Good Luck Charlie cast I felt was done very well. So it's it's just a good family movie. Or Arthur Christmas is probably very niche. It's an English movie. It was released in American theaters, but for some reason it went over tons of people's heads.
Very familiar.
It's an animated Christmas movie. I like both the classic Grinch, which I used to hate as a kid, and the new animated Grinch. I like both of those.
I love the Grinch.
Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1. It's a very unpopular opinion I've learned recently, but I
love all the Home Alone movies. We'll watch all of them.
I love Home Alone 2. I'll watch all of them, but I love Home Alone 2. I just love the sequence in that one.
I guess there are just some.
I just love the comedic sequence in that one. I think it's done beautifully. Elf.
Oh, see, I can't watch Elf anymore.
That had to grow on me. I used to not like it.
So I'm the opposite. We used to love Elf. My mom loves Elf. We watch Elf every year, and it got to a point where I could not stand Elf. And then I went through a phase where I only watched Elf I only focused on Elf. This is literally the first 10 minutes where Buddy the Narwhal comes out of the ice and says, "Bye, Buddy," and leaves, or whatever. It's Buddy the Elf. So is his name? No, the narwhal is not named Buddy. He says,
Buddy,
"Bye,
I hope
Buddy."
You find your dad.
Yeah, and I think he's so cute because I love little claymation things. But I just can't watch that one anymore. So I love the Jim Carrey Grinch. That's a big one. I love Charlie Brown Christmas, even though that's silly. Something about it is just
I just
relaxing.
I like my Disney Christmas.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other ones. Sometimes we try, every year we try to find an action Christmas movie, in quotation marks.
Those are so hard, though.
Because, even if it's just we're going to watch Die Hard, we haven't seen it in a long time. Ones that aren't really, Netflix came out with that one last year with Taron Egerton.
Yeah, Taron Egerton.
Yeah. And
the suitcase.
Yeah. And
I liked that one.
And I liked that one too. Some people did not like that one. Yeah, I like him too.
Biased.
I like him too.
If you like him, it's a great movie.
So we'll try and find ones like that. What was one that we just found and we were like, oh my gosh, it says it's based on Christmas time, so we're saving that one. I think that's going to be our one this year.
Jumanji. Based at Christmas time, not really a Christmas movie, but they make sure to have their Christmas decorations in it.
Jumanji.
Oh my gosh, Spirited. It's Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. It's on Apple TV. I love that movie, which is funny because I just said I like Elf. Not the biggest Will Ferrell fan. People can be mad at me for that, but I'm just going to be honest. His humor is not typically my favorite.
I get
it's
that.
just not for me. But I do like his Christmas movies.
We just watched another movie with Will Ferrell and I actually really liked it.
Spirited. So well done.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting to like it, but I liked it.
I actually liked it too. It was getting a lot of hate because it was an Apple TV original movie, but it was cute. That's my musical. That's my Christmas go-to. I will watch every rendition of Scrooge.
Well, then that fits in.
Whatever that genre, I don't know what it's actually called because we'll watch Scrooged with Bill Murray. A Christmas Carol. Every rendition of A Christmas Carol I will watch. I don't know why. I think I love the concept of it. And just the different vibes, the time traveling,
they're all done very
and if it's real people, the costumes, if it's animated, the different renditions of the spirits, and the characters. We'll watch the Muppets one. I will watch all of those. That's my other one that I love.
What else do I like? I watch so many Christmas movies. The fact that I've only listed those is mind-boggling.
I'm realizing that you have Christmas earrings on right now too.
I do.
They're so cute.
Thank you. These are from Quartz Club before she went to just doing... Quartz Club, if you ever listen to our podcast, can you please go back to doing your acrylics? I loved them.
I feel like they still do.
They just don't do as many. They used to do clay earrings.
Yeah. I noticed now they do a lot of hoop charms, and then I'm obsessed with the flat bags. You could also sponsor us. Circadian Quartz Club.
Everything in my ears is
I've spent hundreds on them. I love them so much.
Oh my gosh. One year, speaking of client Christmas gifts, I got a Christmas gift from her because that's how much money I'd spent with her that year. I was a top spender. I think she only sent gifts to her top 10 spenders.
Yeah.
So...
But they are cute, Jade. And now they have enamel, think of enamel pins, but they have enamel flatbacks. So I just realized I forgot to put my other flatback back in. Anyways, so those are our favorite things.
I definitely have more, but I'm just not thinking straight right now.
I don't feel like I have any shows.
So I don't really know if there are any Christmas, aside from special episodes out of things. One of my family traditions, this has been our tradition since my brother and I were little itty bitty, so it's childish, but it's just a tradition, so it's cute. We will always watch the Christmas shorts from Madagascar, How to Train Your Dragon. Ice Age has a really good one. Madagascar has 2 or 3 good ones. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just those 3. Maybe
whatever those are. Yeah,
there's
probably a Cars one. I'm sure
Cars has one. There's an Olaf one. Anyways, finding those cute little Christmas animated shorts is just like, I don't know, it brings you back to your childhood, and it's just something fun and easy to watch. Like, if you're having a hard holiday season, because I know the holidays can be a really hard time for people depending on what's going on in their life, what's happened over the year, it can be a triggering time. I feel like going back to those childhood things can, like, it's just comforting to have that. So those are my favorite. The How to Train Your Dragon one is super cute. I recommend that one.
I've never seen that, so we'll watch that.
The Ice Age. So when I was 2 years old, I watched Ice Age every single day. I probably drove my parents crazy.
You know, Ice Age is one of those that you could watch at Christmas time because it's all wintry.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Do you have any other, like, family traditions? I know you guys go and see the lights.
Okay, yeah. So tradition-wise, I feel like we do a lot. We're kind of crazy Christmas people. So I don't know if my brother and I did it last year, but we definitely done it every year leading up to that, which is just funny. It's just like keeping the child at heart kind of situation. So when we were kids, we would mix oatmeal, and if you have kids, this is actually a great idea. If you don't do it already, it's super cute. Not great for the environment, I'll be honest. We used to mix oatmeal with glitter and sprinkle it out on our lawn so that Santa's reindeer could find us.
Yep, reindeer food. It's called reindeer food.
And I think we pretty much did that every year. I don't know if we did it last year, which is really sad.
Here last year, was
he? Emma knows more than I do. Yeah, he wasn't here, so we definitely didn't do it last year. We don't do, my parents are from England, if people listening happen to not know that information. So we don't do Christmas cookies, we do minced pies. I hate them. I think they're disgusting. But we leave minced pies for Santa, which makes sense.
Interesting. I didn't know that they did that for Santa. I thought you were just going to say, like, that's something you eat.
No. Minced pies, we leave those for Santa, and we always leave 9 carrots for the reindeer. Don't forget Rudolph. Like I said, we keep our childhood things alive just for fun in my household.
Yeah, we've been doing, so now that we're getting older and stuff, we moved since, like, things have changed. Not, like, moved into this apartment, but, like, when we moved to Colorado, it just kind of changed a lot of how we did things. But we're starting to kind of get into different holiday traditions, and some of it is just, like, I know that we're going to hang out on Christmas Eve and do something. It's just, we never know. Maybe I'm helping my mom make cookies. Maybe we're making food for Christmas Day. Like, just something kind of together.
We always do breakfast on Christmas Eve.
We do that
out at a restaurant.
We will make brunch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we go
and again, not big. There's 4 of us. And then something else that we're kind of getting into the vibe of doing is making some form of, like, a Christmas drink.
Oh, that's cute.
And a lot of them you can make non-alcoholic that I've found, but, like, we did Grinch mimosas, and what we did was so you take orange juice and blue Hawaiian punch, and when you mix it, it turns green, and then we did edible glitter, and we found little ornament drink things, and we filled those, and we took those to our Christmas brunch. I don't know what one we're going to do this year, but, like, we're starting to do kind of those things. Oh, we made mango and cranberry ice cubes, so you could put those in your plain mimosas, and we did gingerbread and snowmen. That was cute, too. So we've been trying to do stuff like that. Another tradition we're getting into is charcuterie boards. Last year, we did an entire table. And, of course, we have, like, Christmas Day. We have, like, some of my mom's friends and stuff, and we go to their house and do Christmas with them. So we're starting to kind of build back up our traditions. I'll be curious what me and my boyfriend decide to do this year. I've already hung up my stocking. He has not decorated his yet.
And then we always go to the Denver Zoo lights. Recently, we've been going to Elitch's. They have Christmas lights. This past weekend, which would be 2 weekends ago when you're listening to this, I went to the Botanic Gardens and we looked at their Christmas lights. Oh my gosh. Oh, the Gaylord always has their ice exhibit.
I've never been.
We haven't consistently done that every year, but we went and did the Charlie Brown Christmas one.
That's the one I wish I would have gone to.
This year is the Grinch, so we're doing that.
See, I just don't have time or energy. Don't want to go any of these places.
I don't know if it'll be a new tradition, but this year we're actually doing a Christmas-themed escape room with my family and my boyfriend.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
That's fun. Where are you doing that?
Oh, gosh. I actually don't know. My mom found it. Because I just thought... So...
I was like, is it a standard escape room place that's doing a Christmas
theme?
Yeah,
I think so.
Okay.
So kind of side rabbit hole here. But one of the things we did when my brother was here in March for my brother, and he wasn't even my boyfriend yet at the time. I was just dating him. We didn't make it official until April. But one of the things I did for my brother and my boyfriend, to kind of bond at the time, we did a Star Wars themed escape room all together, and it really worked.
Escape rooms are great for bonding. I did that for my I think it was my 25th birthday, right? No. Yeah.
Yes,
I thought it was really nice just to kind of like, not necessarily introduce my friend groups, because it's not like we really I still hang out with like my individual friend groups, but just kind of like a fun,
as a coexisting activity.
It works as like, especially because like you only knew like me and one other person. Most people only knew like me and one other person. But it is like a good like event that's not necessarily awkward because you're all kind of working on different things.
Those and game nights. Fun. Always a good idea. Oh my gosh, what are our other traditions? So the reason we go out to a restaurant for breakfast on Christmas Eve is because we used to go do breakfast with Santa when we were little. And then on Christmas Day, my family is very intentional with opening presents, and we always have a butter braid for breakfast on Christmas Day, and then we all help. We kind of do, again, English parents, we kind of do our Thanksgiving dinner again on Christmas Day, but our Thanksgiving dinner is not your traditional. We don't have green bean casserole, we don't have mashed potatoes, we don't have mac and cheese, we don't have rolls. You're now questioning what we have with our Thanksgiving dinner.
It's really just a turkey.
We have roast potatoes, roast parsnip, and then we have carrots, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts as our veg. And then we do pigs in blankets, but not the American style, English style, which is breakfast sausages wrapped in bacon, so better if you like bacon.
That's pigs and pigs.
Stuffing, of course, cranberry gravy. Oh, and then I've started doing roast sweet potato, glazed, and brown sugar and maple syrup.
Oh yeah, sweet potato casserole.
Yeah, so that's that's what we do for Christmas dinner. Yeah. For Christmas Eve dinner, we do roast lamb.
So speaking of foreign parents, so I don't think we did this last year because we've been spending it with my parents' friends. But for a while, we were doing fish because that's what my dad's. But It's funny that like, not that I didn't expect English people to have traditions. But, like, Christmas is not the same in Europe, and I wish we could do it how they did it here because it's so fun. Or where my dad's from specifically. But, so we don't have, like, we don't carry over as many of, like, those traditions versus both of your parents being from England. So, side note, Christmas traditions. In the Czech Republic, every village has a Santa. And the kids don't know this, but they all think it's the same Santa. But every village has whatever person is volunteering to be the Santa. And in the Czech Republic, you don't give Santa cookies. They might now, because, like, access to world. But when I was there and I was little, and even when I was 12, so however long ago that was, you give Santa a shot.
That's so
And I don't mean a shot of like a vaccine, I mean a liquor shot. So what's great about that I find hilarious as an adult is, Santa gets to the top of the hill and he's sloshed.
Yeah.
Also, Santa comes with a crew. Santa comes with a crew. He comes with an angel. And if you've been good, the angel gives you a little goodie bag of, like, candy and cookies. And if you've been bad, he has a red and black devil with a burlap sack and chains that are going to kidnap you and steal you away. As a 3-year-old, that was terrifying. Yeah. And I cried because I thought that the devils were going to take me to hell.
That's so funny.
They also do fish. And here we just did little, like, white fish. I don't know what kind of fish it was. But there, they get these huge fish, and their Christmas tradition is you get your fish, like, the week of Christmas, and you keep it alive in your bathtub, and then you kill it Christmas Day, and you make wishes with the scales.
It's kind of mortifying.
When I say I helped pick out the fish when I was 12, like, we went and we looked and we found a fish, and it was so cute. And I knew they were going to kill the fish, but I thought that it was like when you get meat at the butcher, like even if, or like, like you pick out a fish somewhere else or your lobster at the restaurant and they like kill it or whatever. They brought it home and they put it in the bathtub. And I don't think it's as common now because you can also just go out and buy the fish. And like I said, they're getting a little more modern.
Yeah.
But it is funny because I came home and there were all these scales on the heater and they're like, oh, you dry them out. And that's like a tradition. They also make a soft gingerbread cookie that is different than our soft gingerbread cookie. I don't know how to explain it. They look fake. They look like you're not supposed to eat them. And they're so good. But our Christmas traditions, like Christmas Eve, we'll finish decorating the tree. Me and Garrett decorated our tree super early. And we went to the woodland theme, which my parents don't do like a Christmas tree theme. It's just like Christmas ornaments they've accumulated. So we just kind of put them everywhere, but since this was our first tree, I got to like actually pick ornaments because like we're not kids, so we don't have the handmade ones that our parents hang on the tree. And then my mom will hang stockings, and I made a stocking. It's funny actually. So I made my stocking. It's like a burlap stocking that I painted. For a work thing, they gave us all burlap stacked stockings, and we hung them up, and our boss thought our clients were going to leave our Christmas gifts in there, which I felt weird because I was like, that feels like we're asking them to give us gifts. Yeah. And she ended up putting gifts in there and being like, it must have been your client. And we were like, we saw you do it. Whatever. Anyways. So, and then it ended up just being like decoration because we had all our names on them. But after that owner left, because we've talked about my salon experience before, they were cleaning out, the new owners were cleaning out their winter decorations, and they were like, we're not going to do this because the turnover was so high. So I brought all the other burlap stockings home. So that one over there is plain. You can't see it, obviously. And Garrett is going to paint it. And I was like, and then we'll have cute little ones. And my mom was like, don't you want to take your stocking? And I was like, no, it's going to stay here because we have one at the house. So I'm like, what else do we do? My dad...
We go to church on Christmas Eve, but that's a new tradition.
Yeah, we don't go to church for the things.
Everyone's different.
My North Carolina family listens to this now, I think. But no, we're doing a bunch of other stuff with like our friends and stuff. I don't even know. Anyways, whatever.
I need to message you and Mackenzie about doing something.
I know. So here's another tradition that's not really Christmas related, but something that we do is when we lived in North Carolina, we would do a friend's Christmas on New Year's Eve because everyone comes over. We're having a big party. We can exchange gifts. My best friend, her parents are separated, and I mean, now her dad's not alive anymore, but her parents were separated. So like Christmas was just crazy. The grandparents and everything was crazy. And so we would always meet up on New Year's Eve because we could stay up late and we would watch the ball drop. So it's kind of become a tradition now that I kind of have a couple friends over and we do New Year's Eve. Typically, the last few years has been at my parents' house, so I only invite like 2 people who I know for sure never have plans. Last year, it was actually the most people I've had at my parents' New Year's Eve party. And it wasn't even because I don't know, I don't think I invited everyone. I think I just invited like one friend group. But anyways, so depending on what we decide to do this year, it's either gonna be me and my one friend and her boyfriend and Garrett, or we're gonna have it here and I'm gonna invite all my usual people. Of course you do. This is why I don't invite all my friends.
All of my brother's in town.
That's true.
Last year you could have invited me.
Right.
I don't want to discuss New Year's last year. It was pathetic.
I don't think I knew what was going on though.
Oh no, I'm not offended.
I can't remember.
I genuinely, that was not a dig at you. I just had a pathetic
not like
New Year's.
knew that you were going through things, because I probably knew that. But
Jade tells everybody everything.
But I think it was one of those things where I was like, well, you might have plans, and I knew the people that I was inviting were gonna be a lot. And there was going to be...
She saved me.
Well, and something about... This is why it's good to have individual friend groups. Is the friend group that I had last year... Not to say that we're not still friends. But the people that I hung out last year on New Year's Eve were heavy drinkers. So I also knew that people who didn't want to be around heavy drinkers, I probably wasn't going to invite.
No, totally bad.
And it was crazy.
Emma just knows me.
But also something we've been doing and kind of creating as a tradition is me and my one friend, who is probably going to come over, we've been doing those New Year's resolution bingo cards. Last year was a disaster. Again, everyone was very drunk.
Well, I don't know what's happening, but one of my friends and I, we did vision boards last year, which there were a few things on there that I didn't think I was going to check off.
It's fun to revisit. Like the bingo card, I spilled a drink on. So I don't drink, and I spilled a drink on it, and it was ruined. So this year I think I'm going to be a little more intentional, especially because like I have to think about my goals for like our podcast and stuff too. So I think that'll be fun. Also something we're going to try. We always try to play a game. Last year it was clothespins. So she colored the clothespins different colors. And she did one set for each person, and you had to try and clip. We all wore PJs, so that was the other thing, is we were all wearing baggy clothes, so you had to try and clip the clothespins, and the first one to get rid of their clothespins without anyone noticing won. And Garrett was actually really good at it. We had to make a rule he had to stop pinning me, because he would come up and like give me a hug and be all sweet, and then he'd like clip one on me, and I was like, that's cheating.
Yeah, one of our Christmas traditions is every year Santa gets my family a new board game. So when I say we're intentional opening presents, we do stockings and Santa gifts first. Then we have breakfast and prep a little bit for our roast. And then we open presents from our friends and family that live in England because they're 7 hours ahead. So we open those so we're able to call and say thank you. And then we spend like the rest of the afternoon with dinner cooking. And while that's cooking, we'll play the new board game. And then after we've had dinner, that's when we exchange our immediate family presents. And then we typically have kind of like dessert is our like end of day meal because we're all stuffed from the dinner we had mid-afternoon. But that's what I mean, like we're intentional with opening gifts. We make sure they kind of last the whole day. Oh, another tradition, I don't actually know when my brother and I started this, and we weren't able to do it last year, but we tend to get each other more than one gift because we get each other kind of little things. So on Christmas Eve, we'll open one of each other's presents.
We're starting to do the Christmas Eve thing, but more because Christmas Day ends up being so full with stuff that if we open 1 or 2 gifts Christmas Eve, that typically leaves 1 or 2 gifts for Christmas Day. Because we're also getting to that point where, like, we're getting older and things are getting more expensive, and so we're not getting 18 gifts anymore. That sounds like way too many. But, like, we're not getting as many toys. We're getting, like, one really big thing.
Yeah.
And, like, even though we tried really hard not to do it this year, me and Garrett always get each other Legos for special occasions. We have too many Legos. I don't know where we're going to put them. They're going to start bleeding into the living room here soon, which is fine. But, like, we have to get more shelves. Like, we don't have anywhere to put these. So, like, and then we'll, like, get together and build the Legos, and my brother likes to have something to build, so he'll, like, open my parents will typically let him open whatever that gift is, so he can be building it. So we have, like, little things, but yeah, it's starting to kind of feel more, it's all these, like, oh, I'm feeling more like an adult now, because I'm, maybe hosting my own New Year's Eve thing, which, considering the fact that I have like 5 friends now and one of them has plans, there's a chance that I will probably just keep it low-key and just have my one friend and her boyfriend. We're gonna actually try and play this game, which I also don't think will be fun for everyone, where we're gonna take the Hues and Cues board.
Oh, yeah.
And I had ChatGPT take a list of nail polish color names that would have an associating color on the board. So we took out the nudes and the glitters, and I put them in a wheel, and we spin the wheel and we have to guess what the name would be. And so I sent her the list and I was like, pick out any ones because I want to make this hard, and I want to make it like, if the color is something like, one of the colors is like Matilda, like that could be anything, but it's gonna be fun to see who gets close, and our boyfriends are gonna play too, and I'll be curious to see like who's really good at just like color association. Yeah. Anyways, what else do we have? We kind of talked about a bunch of this.
I feel like we've done a lot.
Is there any irrational lover hates about winter that you
I'm a big snow lover, which I'm in Colorado. No offense if you're one of these, but people who have moved to Colorado and are snow haters,
me.
Just leave the state.
That's me. But I also love Colorado, so
This is one of those things where it comes with Colorado. Not this year. Oh, Mike, okay.
The snow being so late has been crazy.
So, we had snow a week and a half ago when this airs. The first snow of the year. Everybody knows what Saturday I'm talking about. I saw 4 freaking car accidents. If people can't
drive,
we got a quarter inch. I kid you not, quarter inch. No more than that. If not even a quarter inch. I don't know. If you can't drive in that, you're screwed for the rest of the winter.
I think people. So here's my stance on that. Being a person who hates driving in the snow and has been that person who's probably driving too slow when unnecessary.
That's fine. But getting in a car accident?
The black ice here is no joke, and I think people who move from a state where black ice is uncommon, or the whole state gets shut down when it snows, they are unaware of what black ice looks like. Because North Carolina, when it snows, it shuts the whole state down. And I had heard about black ice, don't get me wrong. Like, I knew, like, oh, it's because it just looks wet and da-da-da-da. But in North Carolina, black ice was basically obvious ice. And here, it will look like the road is just slightly wet.
Yeah.
And it is ice. And people don't know that, that looks wet. I should take my time on this turn. Because they don't want to be the person who's driving too slow in conditions.
My other pet peeve. If you are going to drive slow and drive at your own speed, perfectly fine. If you have your hazards on, perfectly fine. Stay in the slow lane, please.
Yes.
For the love of everything. Get out of my way.
I even do that. Don't even...
And it's not that I'm even speeding, because I don't in the snow. And if you do, I have some
I
judgment.
think some people drive slow in the fast lanes because most of the time the fast lanes are the ones that look more melted.
Yeah.
But if you're going to drive slow and you're going to take your time, you might as well just drive on the other side. Yeah. And take your time. Like...
Yeah, that's fine. I want you to drive at the speed you're comfortable at, because that will prevent said accident. Oh, and
But also the people who are going 85 in a 35 and there's two inches of snow on the ground and no one can tell if it's icy, also stop. Don't think that because you have a 4-wheel drive car, you're unstoppable.
Oh my gosh, my biggest pet peeve.
Those big trucks.
Pickup truck drivers in the snow. I don't even drive one, and I know this. Weight down the back of your truck. For the love of everything, I'm tired of seeing you guys fishtailed out in a ditch.
It's crazy.
Like, don't buy it if you don't know how to drive it.
And like,
sorry. Not sorry. And if you don't trust yourself in a rear wheel or front wheel drive car in the snow, invest in the 4-wheel drive car. Just invest in it. I get it's a little bit more expensive.
It took me a long time to get a 4-wheel drive car because of like life and what I wanted. But what I will say is it has made a huge difference. I was driving a tiny Volkswagen hatchback Passat with front wheel drive. And the amount of times I got stuck on a hill or almost slid into another car compared to now me having my all-wheel drive, it has made a huge difference. I would have to cancel my day if getting to my studio, which at the time was 5 minutes from my house, was a trek. And now I at least know that I can make it to work unless the roads are genuinely bad.
It's one of those things where it's like, if you're an experienced driver, fine, stick with your front wheel, rear wheel drive. If you've moved here from out of state and you just don't know how to drive in the snow, please, for everybody's sake, invest in a 4-wheel drive when you get here. It's just worth it. I drove
and don't get a Tesla for that for winter.
So bad.
The amount of people I have who got a Tesla and the batteries get too cold here that they won't start.
My family's never experienced that with our Tesla.
Do they park in a garage though? That's the difference.
Okay.
If you don't park in a garage,
fair. Okay.
You have to have a garage if you have a Tesla. The amount of people who ended up having to get garages which again, added expense, if you're in an apartment. But the amount of people I know who got a Tesla and then had to get a garage or return their Tesla because there wasn't a garage available at their apartment complex is with
from now on, we'll clear it all off because we don't need that happening again.
Yep. So that's something that we irrationally hate, I guess.
I don't know if it's
irrational though. It's safety for sure. Let me see. What do I irrationally hate?
Just learn to drive in the snow if you're going to live in Colorado. That's all I ask. Like, go.
They have classes here, by the way. They have
classes, A, and B, there's tons of parking lots. Go to one of those first and experiment with things.
I didn't even know. I ended up having to take a defensive driving class, and because it was in Colorado, they simulated snow and ice, and they taught us how to drive on it. Now, I had to do that. It was court mandated. But I recommend
it. We love the honesty here.
My clients who have young teens, and they're like, I'm so worried about him driving in the snow. I'm like, sign them up for the class, because it really helped me learn how to drive in the snow.
My biggest thing with snow and ice is I know I can do it because I am born and raised Colorado. I've had to. It's
a lot of the people who have moved here.
It's my concern is other drivers, because there's people that think they have it that don't. The ones that speed, the ones who don't realize their car is gonna fishtail out, like they don't have it weighted down. The people in their front wheel, rear wheel drive who don't realize how much that changes their driving, and like you said, the people who don't realize the ice, so they don't brake. My biggest advice, for sure, with snow is when your light turns green, do a judgment check of the people who did have a green light and check that they're going at a speed where they're going to be able to stop.
And
because the number of times people just slide through
and
the
everything. The one piece of advice that I was given by my parents / anyone who's ever driven in snow before is when it snows, you are supposed to drive like you don't have brakes. And there are people who will get mad and be like, these people were driving so slow up to and I'm like, okay, but sometimes you have to drive like you don't have brakes, because if you're speeding and you slam your brakes on and there's even a little bit of ice, you will cause an accident. And I think that's what happens with a lot of people, is they don't realize that, oh crap, I'm gonna have to stop.
That's the biggest thing, is don't slam on your brakes. Like, you really have to, like, because when you feel your car doing that, like, that's their autumn
The automatic. It's so your
automatic
brakes
braking.
don't lock.
Yeah, that's the car doing the work for you. Let it do that. Don't panic. Slowly step on it, and if it starts doing that,
and if the weather is bad enough and you have to slowly creep through a red light,
yeah, like just do it.
Other cars
should be
paying attention, but this is why you look, and this is why even if the green light turns green and the roads are bad, I wait a couple seconds and I drive slow,
so that you can brake if somebody.
And also, as far as like business side of things, with the weather being bad, have a little grace
with your clients.
I see people who are, and it's okay, you should be able to charge people if they have to cancel, but the way that I judge it is if you could make it to work and you felt okay on the roads, then that's no excuse. But
I have a lot of mature clients, and I do have a couple where if they texted me and were like, I can't drive in this, I wouldn't charge them because
again, you have to play it by ear. But also, if you were able to make it to work, and you can judge it by people who just don't want to go out in the snow versus people who
genuinely have a fear.
Genuinely try.
Because I do know there are some people that have a fear of driving in snow, and I'm not going to make them come to me because I feel like a wicked witch.
Yeah, this is where I get conflicted, because that's also like running our business with our heart, and it's still a business.
Well, I'm running my business with my heart.
I mean, I think we all, but you know what I mean? Like, it's only to an extent. Like, if it means that now I've crammed a day that I wouldn't necessarily be coming in, and now I have no clients because they all canceled and I came out in the nasty snow. The reason I choose to judge it based on if I can make it is because I hate driving and I hate snow.
See, I always text my clients early in the morning. I'm like, are you coming? Because if all of them say no, I'm A, not going to charge them, and B, I'm not going to go to work. And then I go to snow day.
That's true.
And if one of them says they're coming, but like 3 or 4 out of the 4 or 5 say they're not coming,
then I would move them. So I'm gonna be the wicked witch. The last time that we had really bad snow, if I could make it to work and my clients said that they felt unsafe, it was 25. I did a 25%, like, I made it to work and you didn't, and that's fine, but like I still have to make money, or I don't make any money. But again, depending on, like, if I had a gap, there have definitely been times where, like, okay, well, I have a gap tomorrow, so I'll just move you to tomorrow. But at a certain point, you also have to realize, like, you still have to, it's still a business, and you still have to run your business.
I definitely run my business with my heart. I'm gonna be so honest here. I don't do that.
So it's definitely harder. And again, I have a couple clients, but see, and it's your clientele again, because I know my clients are gonna do their best. So at the time, I had my problematic client that I've talked about, who she wanted every excuse to get things for free. So she would be like, the roads are just so bad. Like, her appointment would be at 4 o'clock and she would text me at 9 a.m. I don't think I can make it. The roads are so bad. And I'd be like, okay, well, maybe you can, like, wait a second and see if the roads are better. And she got to a point where she would be like, nope, I have to cancel. I can't come. And then she would come into her appointment and be like, oh, I could have made it. But then, like, I was out money for that. So, like, I know that my clients specifically will tell me if they can't make it, and if they say they can't make it, it's because they can't make it. So I think that's kind of maybe more where I'm coming from, is like, you can run it with your heart, but don't be too lenient if it starts making you feel stressed, because also you have a business and you need to make money.
I personally know right now with my clientele, I don't have a single one that would take advantage of me. I think I'm very confidently.
I think I'm at a point now too, because I've gotten rid of my problematic
I say
people.
that super confident. I don't have a single client that I think would take advantage of me. Okay, so Emma's sitting back down because he had some technical difficulties.
And I hate when that happens, because it cut off a really good moment we had where we were talking about how we run our businesses differently. But that's okay. And you just have to understand that people do things differently, and you have to choose what you think will be best for your business. So that's all I'm going to say. And
I don't know how much they saw of it either. Anyways, the whole point is I very much do run from my heart, and I'm really bad at, like, charging my clients cancellation fees and no-show fees. And Emma is much stronger as a business owner in handling that.
Well, it's because I try.
Well, no, she still works with her heart, and she, like, reduces things based on certain situations.
But I try to keep in mind that it is a business. Yeah, for
keeps
sure.
in mind that. Whereas I'm very much just like, I'm a person.
So that's where we ended this. As usual, this was supposed to be a 30-minute episode.
Yeah, and we've rambled on.
And we did way too much.
We always ramble on more on what we think are going to be our shorter episodes. So now it's our bedtime, because we both have really busy days tomorrow.
So as usual, our links will be in the description. Feel free to reach out to us with questions, comments, or your concerns. Have a happy holiday. Have a happy New Year's.
And we'll see you next year, guys. Bye.